everyone, and welcome to what I am calling the December 2022 catch-up series. It has been almost 2 months since I last recorded, and I've just been super duper busy with school and getting all my kindergartners ready for their Christmas programs and everything that I really haven't had a chance to record until now. So I'm going to do 3 videos. This first one is going to be just talking about my Advent plans. And I will do another one that talks exclusively about my works in progress and another one about my finished objects that I've finished since last time I have podcasted. So this video will be totally dedicated to my Advent projects. If you are a new viewer, welcome. I'm so happy you found me and I hope you enjoy yourself. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really, truly appreciate it. If you would like to follow me, I am at Knitty Heather on Instagram and I would love to connect with you there. All of the yarn and accessories and patterns I talk about will be listed and linked in the description box below. Today is Saturday, December 17th, and let's get into talking about some Advent knitting. I would actually like to start by showing a little bit of happy mail. This is the December 2022 Yarnable box, and this is my last one. I've decided to take a break from Yarnable just because I want to knit up all of the skeins that have been accumulating in my stash. So this is the last one I will get for a while, but I have peeked and it's very, very beautiful. So I would love to show it to you right now. This is what her packaging looks like. This is from Cheryl of Hypnotic Yarn. And she always gives you a card with a coupon code for her website that gives all the details about what is in her box that month. So let me show you what some of the extras were first. There are 2 really cute gift tags. These are from Mary Lulu. I actually need to wrap some presents this afternoon, so I think I will probably use these on a couple of those, so these will be very nice to have. And then she also included some little gingerbread man stitch stoppers from Fox and Pine Stitches. How cute are those? I think I'm gonna put these on one of my Advent projects right now when I show it to you. So those were the extras from the 2022 Yarnable box, and now here is the yarn. She always sends it in a kind of muslin bag, and this is what the yarn looks like. This colorway is called Winter Mint, and I would definitely agree that that is a beautiful colorway, a perfect name for this beautiful colorway. It's minty green with some blue speckles and kind of some darker green speckles as well. I get this on her plush DK base, and I will definitely be making a pair of DK weight socks with this. So that was the December 2022 Yarnable box. Let me know if you get Yarnable or if you have any other subscription boxes that you might recommend for me. I'd love to check some out. So it is day 17 of Advent, and I have a couple projects going. The first I would like to tell you about is my Cozy Knitter Advent socks. These are in my kind of vintage ornament bag from Donna's Design Shop on Etsy. I've also been using this cute Disney Christmas notions pouch to keep a few extra stitch markers and things like that. I got this from Stitching Plaza last year. So here they are. I am doing these 2 at a time, toe up. It came with this cream mini that I'm going to use for the toes, heels, and cuffs. I have done my 17th stripe already today, kind of this creamy color. And I have marked for my afterthought heel. Here's the stitch I will cut for my afterthought heel. I like to do that for these socks so that I don't interrupt the stripe. I just kind of know how long I need my foot and mark, and then continue knitting up until I get to the 24th stripe. Then I will do the cuff in the cream mini, and then I will go back and do the afterthought heel in the cream mini as well. My pretty pink Christmas tree progress keeper is from Simply Serving on Etsy. And these are always so much fun to work on. This is my 4th year doing the 24 stripe Advent skein from the Cozy Knitter, and she always does such a fantastic job, has so many beautiful colors. And it's been so much fun to see everybody else work theirs up as well. So just a few more stripes. I can't believe we are already almost to Christmas Eve, where I will put on the 24th stripe. I don't anticipate having these done before then because I will take a day or two to do the cuffs and then go back and do the afterthought heels. I could go in and do the afterthought heel now, but I kind of want to keep up on all the other projects I'm working on. So I'll wait till that kind of week after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, to totally finish these guys up. But I really love them, and it's so much fun. I'm getting about 5 rounds per color on size 2. These are my Knitter's Pride Nova Platina 40-inch needles, and I just really am loving working on these. This yarn and these needles go super smoothly. They just fly on these needles. So I love this yarn and needle combination. And these will be so much fun to get off the needles and start wearing in January. Are you working on a 24 stripe sock for Advent this year? If so, let me know what skein you are using. I know there's quite a few dyers now who have started doing these Advent skeins, and I'd love to get some inspiration for other dyers that I might be interested in the future. This is a vanilla sock knit 2 at a time, toe up, using the 2022 24 stripe Advent skein by the Cozy Knitter. The next Advent project that I am actively working on is the Simply Scrappy Cowl by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. I have it in this candy cane project bag that is also from Donna's Design Shop on Etsy. And here it is. It is a very simple striped cowl with some eyelets to give a little bit of interest. The Advent that I'm using is actually from an Advent swap that I did with a friend from the Love and Stitches membership. Kat, thank you so much. As you can see, she really is choosing a beautiful array of colors. I could not be more pleased with the colors that she put in my Advent for me. We swapped 25 20-gram minis, and I'm only using maybe about 3 grams in each of these stripes. So I'm gonna have plenty left over to do something fun with. But she just did such a beautiful fade so far. A lovely, lovely continuation of all of these colors. I would have paid big money to order this from an actual dyer. So I just really, really lucked out with my Advent swap. I think this is the project I would like to put my little gingerbread needle stoppers on. So let's see if they will fit. And it looks like they will. Totally cute. I love these. So this will be perfect for this project. I will do 25 stripes of these. I will use every single color, and I will do the ribbing on the top with the last color like I did for the first color. And it's a beautiful, beautiful pattern that Helen Stewart put out before she did her Knit Vent series this year. One more look at these beautiful colors. Some have stellina. Some were a little bit more plied. And they all are just so beautiful. She did include in my box a list of what all of the actual yarns are, but I haven't looked at it yet because I didn't want to spoil anything. I've been opening one of these every morning, and usually this is the first project I add my stripe to. This is the Simply Scrappy Cowl by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade, knit up in fingering weight minis I got in an Advent swap from a friend in the Love and Stitches membership. The next project I would like to talk about is a little bit of a different Advent, and I have to admit I've already opened all of it, and I'm kind of glad I did, and I'll explain why in a minute. But if you ordered the collaboration Advent between Pacific Knit Co. and West Coast Yarn Co., then you may want to look away if you haven't seen everything that is in the Advent, because there might be a few spoilers in this, but I did want to show what I have. So if you do have that Advent from Pacific Knit Co. and West Coast Yarn Co., please skip ahead. I will maybe try to give a timestamp where it's safe to look back to avoid any spoilers. But I'm loving this so much that I did have to show it. So here's your warning that I might be spoiling a few things if you would like to skip ahead. First off, she gives you a beautiful color work bag to put the project in, and it came with this really pretty pin. This was a collaboration with Jamie Lomax, who is Pacific Knit Co. and West Coast Yarn Co. Jamie did the pattern, and West Coast Yarn Co. did this gorgeous 8515 DK yarn. There are 2 full skeins and 6 minis included with this advent, as well as lots of different pieces of the pattern and a few other goodies like the pin. So if you're at all familiar with Jamie Lomax of Pacific Knit Co., she is very much known for her color work designs, and she has a lot of patterns that are called the holiday doodles. And it is basically a bundle of different color work motifs that you can mix and match and create something beautiful. This advent suggests a cowl, and you can do it top down or loop style with a provisional cast on. I am doing the loop style, which I will show you in just a minute. And then you get to kind of mix and match as you continue seeing all the different motifs. You can pick which ones you like, the order you want to put them in, and the yarn you want to use for each of the motifs. And so I did open up the whole thing just so that I could get a picture of all of the yarn and all of the different motifs that were included with this advent. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise I might have been a little bit lost as far as what to do. So I pretty much chose all of the beautiful motifs that appealed to me. She was actually pretty creative and put them on little playing cards. So I have a whole series of playing cards now that have a different motif. I picked the motifs that I liked and decided which yarns might be good to do that motif in, trying to mix and match the colors as best I can, thinking about contrast with light and dark, and also considering how much yarn I have of each. Obviously, I'll be using a lot more of the 2 full skein colors and a little bit less of the 20 gram minis. I will say this yarn is just beautiful. The 8515 DK base from West Coast Yarn Co. is just a delight to work with. It's so smooth and so soft. So enough talking about all that. Let me go ahead and show you what I have done so far. Here it is. So as you can see, each of these stripes is a different motif I was able to add, and I picked different colors to do each motif in. The 2 full skeins were this really dark coal and this really light called star. And so I'm trying to incorporate that among the other colors, and I love it so much. It's really, really fun. Color work just flies. So these needle stoppers, these snowflake needle stoppers, were part of the advent. My little jingle bell ring marker for the beginning of round is from Knitty Witch on Etsy. And then I also have another star progress keeper that came with the advent that I'm using to mark so I know I'm on my last little repeat of the pattern. And then it also came with this beautiful snowflake progress keeper. So I am loving all of these winter theme. If I didn't say before, this is called the Winter Skies Cowl. I am doing it loop style, so I do have a provisional cast on that I've actually already put on needle stoppers. And so I will knit it this way all around and then seam it together with the Kitchener stitch. So I have done 6 motifs, and I believe I'm planning on doing 15. 2 of them are pretty big, like almost double this size. So I think it should be long enough, and I think I should have enough yarn, but we'll see as it gets a little closer to finishing. I may have to make some adjustments, but how pretty and how fun. I'm loving the way this is turning out. And the best part about doing the loop style like this is I've got a bunch of ends in the middle and nobody's ever gonna know because they will be hidden inside forever and ever. This is my progress so far on the Winter Skies Cowl by Jamie Lomax using the yarn from the Advent she collaborated with West Coast Yarn Co. So I do have one more Advent that I have been opening from Hue Loco. It is her Vista Fade Advent. And right now I am actually just opening that yarn. I will insert a clip before this probably so you can see what everything looks like so far. But it has been absolutely gorgeous. I'm enjoying opening it. But I think I'm going to start a project in January with that Advent. So in this segment, I would like to talk about my future plans for that Advent and then maybe some of my leftovers. So with the Vista Fade Advent from Hue Loco, I am planning on doing the Adventurer Scarf by Amba O'Brien. And I am planning on doing the scarf size so that I can hopefully get another project out of that Advent as well. It's a very beautiful lacy scarf that I think I'll be able to wear exactly how I like to wear a lot of my scarves and shawls. And I think even with the scarf size, it should be plenty wide, especially after blocking. Now, I do think I might make an adjustment on it. I think I might eliminate 2 of the rows that she has you do yarn overs and only do the middle row of yarn overs and just keep the garter pattern the rest of those rows. That is the one tiny adjustment I'm going to make. I'm looking forward to casting on a scarf that I can just cast on and bind off and not have to worry about seaming. And like I said, I think I'll be able to wear it how I like to wear scarves, and it should go with a lot of different tops. In January, I will hopefully be able to cast that on. And I don't know if I'll do an entire stripe every day or just kind of get going with it and see how long each stripe takes me, but I definitely would like to cast that on. And then hopefully I will have enough left over to do the other project that I've been thinking of, and that is the Wallop Cowl by Leineke Bozeman. And this is another very popular Advent project. I know a lot of friends who are currently working on it and they are all just gorgeous. I really want to work on this. I might tweak that pattern a little bit as well. The Hue Loco Fade that I purchased did come with an extra 50-gram half skein. I think what I'm going to do is use that 50-gram half skein to do the eyelet rounds, maybe the round before and after that as well, as a little bit of a transition between each of the colors of the fade. And I kind of want to use that half skein with the rest of its minis in a project. I think that might just look really nice. So that's my plan. We'll see if I'll be able to execute it or not, but that is my dream for my Hue Loco Fade Advent. I would love to do the Adventurer Scarf and the Wallop Cowl. Hopefully I will have enough left to even put the rest in a scrappy blanket or even scrappy socks. That is what I'm hoping to do with all of my leftovers from my Advents this year. I think a pair of scrappy socks and putting them in some of my scrappy blankets would be really fun. I'm really hoping to be able to make a lot of progress on my scrappy blankets in 2023. Well, I think that is about all I have for you for this video in my December 2022 catch-up series. I am hoping to be more consistent putting up videos in 2023, but you know what happens when you say these things and life just gets in the way. So I will do my best to keep making videos because I really do love creating these videos and communicating with everyone who I get to interact with. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a like and consider subscribing. And if you would like to give me any feedback or you have anything that you would like to ask or tell me, please leave a comment below or message me on Instagram. I am at Knitty Heather on Instagram and I would absolutely love to hear from you. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy and peaceful holiday season. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.